Hi, Nisha. Hello. 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 Hi, Nisha. Nisha, am I audible to you? Nisha, am I audible to you? Hi, Nisha, am I audible to you?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay.
So, am I loud and clear?
Yeah. Hi, Nisha. Welcome to Class 3 platform. Hi,
Thank you so
participants.
much.
Welcome to Class 3 platform. I didn't hear any hi from any participants. Hi, participants.
Hello.
Yeah. Now everybody is audible to me. Okay. Great. So first of all, I would like to welcome Nisha Singh. She is expert in management. She has a lot of achievements in research award, best presentations in conferences and international publications, Dream Team Award. She is into environment professional and her expertise is environment biotechnology. So I would like to thank Nisha Singh for his strenuous efforts in educating the world. We also thanks participants for their commitment to learn. And by this, I'm handing over it to Nisha Singh to please continue this. And also, I'll encourage everybody to please share your knowledge on this platform. This is open to everybody. Anybody can take class here and anybody can share their knowledge and can learn. Thank you. Please, Nisha, you can hand it over to you now.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, though, I would like to thank Class 3 for giving this platform and this opportunity so where we can share our ideas and thoughts. And thank you so much for that. And
Most welcome,
secondly,
Nisha.
a very welcome to you all in this webinar. And I hope you're doing fine and you and your family are safe and healthy during this, catastrophic pandemic COVID-19. It is a time which appears once in a lifetime and is really taking a great toll on our lives. So it is of utmost importance that we keep all ourselves and our. So now let me share my screen first. Okay. So are you able to see the PPT? Hello? So is it visible? Actually, I can't hear anybody. So can you just confirm that it is visible so that I can proceed?
Yes, it is visible now.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. So let me first see how many participants are there. So, okay. So nice. So firstly, I would also like to do a little quick intro of myself. So I'm Nisha Singh, as you already heard, and I'm from this beautiful state Jharkhand, a state you all might know because of our former Indian cricket team, Mr. Dhoni. And I work here for an MNC, and I'm an environment professional. I'm working here for past 3 years. So this was my quick intro. Now, talking about this session, you can expect this to be an interactive session. So I'm not just going to show my PPT and tell you and lecture you all. Just I would also want you all to participate in this and share your thoughts and ideas. So it can be an interactive session, right? So be my wonderful audience and please participate in the discussion, because you know what happens, that we all are from different environment, and some of you might be working, some of you might be students. So every one of us have our own way of dealing with things, and one of you may come up with unique ideas on how to deal with this critical situation. So please do not hesitate and do share your thoughts here, and it will be a great insight for all of us. So now, taking you through the content. So the webinar I have, like it is distinguished into three, uh, content is divided into three things: intro, session, and discussion. So now, taking you through the introduction, in the screen you can see a timeline of different outbreaks, like virus outbreak hit mankind. So I don't know how many of you know about this, but uh, previously you might have heard of swine flu. Like in 2009, I guess I was in college back then, and swine flu outbreak happened, and last year or last year Ebola virus outbreak happened. But these were very small outbreaks and didn't affected much. But pandemic like corona has really hit us in the past also. For example, in 1918 Spanish flu was there. It was a very deadly outbreak and took away 50 million lives. So this corona is not new. It's just that we people are facing it, so we think that it is something new. And the corona pandemic like this has happened earlier also. So now in the screen you can see, last night when I was preparing for this presentation, I was updating the data of active counts of corona patients, deaths and recoveries. So I something took my, I observed that the active cases are 30 lakh, death is 2 lakh, while recovery is 9 lakh. We as human have intention to always look on the negative side. But I will tell you all to see on the positive side and see the recoveries. 30% of people are recovering from this epidemic. So look at the positive side, and it is very good news that people are recovering. So this is not a situation where we can afraid of, but it's just we should just deal with it patiently and strategically. So now coming to the next slide, corona crisis. So what we have to do is, the government only wants us to stay safe and stay healthy. And there are guidelines, I'm sure you all must be following it, like washing your hands often, or if you're going out of your home for a certain thing. And I will advise not to go out of the home in any way. But even if you want to go, for example, uh, my company comes under essential services, so I have to report to the company twice a day, so I have to go out to work. So then if you have to go, then mask is must, not for your safety but also for others safety also. And please follow all the guidelines by the government, and please stay safe. Now, in this crisis, when there are a lot of questions that comes up in our head, like when will it end, this question is definitely in everyone's head. Like, when will it end, when will we go out and do partying, meet our friends, and attend classes. Some of us might have competitive exams pending, or some of us must be worried about placements and all. Then when will I meet my family? My family is just 130 kilometers from here, but I cannot go and meet them. From past 1.5 months, I haven't met them, so this often comes to our minds. Then if you're working from home, and if you are with your family also, then also the question might be that, am I productive enough while doing work from home? Because the maids are not coming, we all have to do the dishes, cook food for ourselves and family. So this question is definitely going to come, that am I productive enough, and am I contributing enough to the work while I'm doing this from home, because I have to juggle between the household chores and office work. Also, what about my finances? Often in the news we can heard by the specialists that economy is going down. While there are so much of negative news, we should obviously don't look all of them, but this thought may come upon our mind, that what about my finances, what will happen to that if economy goes down, what are about my mutual funds, or wherever our money are is parked. So these are the questions which comes up in our mind. So all your questions are very critical, and this causes a lot of stress in our mind. And please do not think that these comes in your mind only, but this is the situation with all of us. So what is to be done? Because in this situation, no one will have answer to these questions. No one can answer these questions at this point in time. So what to do? How to deal with all this stress? I will suggest just go with the flow. Also, other things you can do is manage what you can control. I'll obviously go in detail with all the points, but let me just tell you what are the points. Have positive mental health. Manage what you can control. Stay connected. Encourage work routine. Collectively suffer a little. And lastly, be grateful. So let me go ahead with the topics. Now, what I mean when I say go with the flow is that there are, at this point in time, we all can do nothing about it. The government, if we are not in the essential services, what we can do is we just can follow the government guidelines or our company guidelines, and stay at home is the best thing to do. Okay, so now in this huge ocean of social media, and so much of fake news going through WhatsApp and Twitter and this and that, you must follow rules, but please do not just get WhatsApp forward and act upon it. No, confirm it. So seek accurate information about it. Even if that forward is from your friends or family, just confirm it from the official, official Twitter handle, or any sort of, follow your authority, any minister from your area or DC of your area, or anyone whom you think is the official and the most accurate information is from there. Follow them and follow all the rules of government and act upon it. So for example, in my city, luckily there is no corona cases as of now, touch wood. And but my parent city, which is just 130 kilometers from here, have so much, I think 100 cases. So there is a complete lockdown. So the area is sealed. I cannot go there. In fact, no one can go there. But in my city, there is no such type of lockdown is there. So we can go to office, we can go for grocery shopping and all. So like enforced lockdown is not here. So rules will change depending on red zone, green zone. So do follow the authority official website or handles, and then act upon, so that it will not land you up in any trouble. Apart from that, the company you are working from, they must also be releasing some guidelines, Like my company has some social media usage guideline, so we have to follow that. So work from home guideline, usage of Zoom app or team meeting, little things which your company releases during this COVID-19. So follow them also. And once again, I will say, seek accurate information. This is very important because there are lots of fake messages and WhatsApp forwards which are going on, and lots of negativity is there. So you can avoid that negativity also. Now, have positive mental health. You know, we all often work upon our physical health, go to gym and work upon our diet, take diet and all these things, but no one talks about mental health. And for me, mental health is no different than physical health, and I say that it is more important than physical health. So whatever we all are feeling right now, it's not about you or some other person or me. We all are feeling like that in this situation. So just know that it's okay to feel that way. So don't think like, oh, I am feeling like, is this correct or is this okay to feel like that? No, it is very much okay to feel that way. So allow yourself some time to notice if this is momentarily or just for a fraction of time. So if it is just for a fraction of time, it will pass away. So you will not feel that way after half an hour or after an hour or after a day. But if it persists, then you need to express it. So how to express? You can write diaries. Some people have the habit of writing diaries. I don't have. I tried so many times. You know, I have 4 to 5 diaries in which I have written 2 to 3 pages, and then after that, nothing. So I have like these diaries which have 1 to 2 3 pages. I've tried it in different times, but not able to cope up with it. So diary is not my type. But you may write it, you may do it if you can, or talk with others, your friends, your family, whoever you are comfortable with, right? So, or if you're not able to talk with them, like if your parents live far away, if you talk with them, they will be worried maybe. So if you don't want to talk with them, then you can channel your emotion into something creative, like drawing, painting. Like personally, I like to talk to plants. You must be thinking I'm insane, but no, I like to talk with plants. Whenever I feel bad or something makes me worry, I just go to my balcony and talk to my plants. Oh, how are you? So have you had enough water today or sunlight today? So it makes me feel relaxed. So something you must find out what makes you relax and happy, and do that. Please pursue that, because this is the time you can do all those things which you have ever wanted and not able to do. So this is the time you can just unwind yourselves and do these things, learn something new, or upgrade your skills. Find a hobby and pursue it. Lastly, meditation and exercises also can help you to stay grounded. We cannot go out and take a walk, but we can definitely stay inside our home and do some meditation or yoga or little exercises. Third point, third is manage what you can control. As I already said, we cannot do much about it. So we should control only what we can manage, like ourselves, our family, our colleagues, or our staffs. We can only manage them. So please focus on that. As you can see, Albert Einstein once said, politics is more difficult than physics. And the same goes for management. So often we think that what is it? Managing others is very simple. So it may not seem complex at first. For example, when I was going to join my company, there were 16 to 18 people who are reporting to me. So I thought, oh, this will be very easy. It's cakewalk. What is it? People are there. I have to just do them, give them material, and they have to do all the thing. And just have to manage it. But no, it's very difficult. 18 different people, 18 different mind, 18 different perspectives, different ways of working, handling them all, binding them all with a single perspective, and let them make a team to achieve a certain goal is very difficult. I'm learning. I'm not, I'll not say that I'm very good or I have become perfect, but yes, I'm learning. And I'll do good, I think. So managing yourself and others is a dynamic process. Why I say that? Because every time the time changes, people changes, environment is different. Sometimes the people, the others are in bad mood. Sometimes they can be in a very good mood. So it depends all on the environment and the situation. So accordingly, we have to act and manage others also, and so approach it strategically. And how it starts? It starts with yourself. So when I say yourself, and when you say that me, oh, someone is drawing on the screen. Okay, no issues. Uh, when I tell this, me, myself, and I mean it. What I mean about this is, when you want to manage others, it's very important that you first manage yourselves. Because if you are not able to manage yourselves, if you are not happy, you will never be able to manage others and make themselves happy. And it's not about making others happy, but making them feel comfortable or handling their problems. First, handle your problem. First, make yourself happy, make yourself, manage yourself, be self-aware, know everything about yourself, be accountable for yourself. Don't blame others or don't blame the situation or environment about anything. Just be accountable for yourself and open yourself to being transformed. According to situation, open yourselves for the changes, inculcate new things, work upon yourselves, pursue some hobby, learn finances, learn stock market for that. Uh, then stay fit, exercise daily, eat healthy. For example, I for past year or what, from up till January, I never knew what stock markets are about, but I had interest, and my husband introduced me to the stock market. Then I started to learn, and in this COVID-19 situation, I have learned so many things. I now know, I definitely don't know how to trade because I'm not Excel, because it comes with time and experience only. But now I understand what people are talking about. When I start the CNBC channel in the morning, I understand what they're talking about, what are the terms. So this thing I have learned. So I have upgraded myself from last year to this year. I have learned something new. So do that. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you have ever wanted to do, you can do that. Learn a new language for that matter. Or if you have interest in cooking, do cooking, learn new thing. There was a joke going on in WhatsApp forward that after this lockdown, there will be long queue of for the auditions, master chef auditions. But jokes apart, this is very good. For example, my sisters, they every day, they make new things because they are living with my family. They are making new things every day, kabhi golgappa or pani puri or burger, anything or everything, and they will click pictures and send me. See, today I made this, today I made this. So they are having a party at this point in time, and I am alone here with my husband, so can't do much about it. So let's proceed now. Stay fit. Stay fit means if it is a lockdown and you have nothing much to do, and if you're cooking every day new things, but please do check upon it and don't eat too much, so that after lockdown we don't have 8 to 10 kgs in our body. Stay fit also and eat healthy, exercise daily, and prioritize your work. So when I say prioritize your work, what happens that sometimes some of us, what we do is binge watch series. In the starting of the lockdown, I myself did that. I binge watch the Netflix and series, and then slept for a day, took a long nap. But no, don't take it, don't stretch it too much. Do this for a short while, like one day, it's okay, but not every day. We have to upgrade ourselves. We have to utilize this time, right? So don't do these things. Do these for one day for fun, like, but don't stretch it too much. And prioritize your work, your official work, or if you're a student, your syllabus, anything, prioritize. We'll also discuss it in next slides. So now, I'm sorry, it's stuck. Okay. Encourage work routine. What I was talking about is this: many of us are working from home. So when we are working from home right now, mates are not coming, as I already said. Mates are not coming, so we have to do the dishes, we have to do the cooking and all things, clean our home. So it will all take so much of time. So what we have decided, me and my husband, what we do is, one day he's cooking and I'm doing all the dishes and cleaning. The next day I'm cooking and he's doing all the dishes and cleaning. So in that way we have and someday we do all this together. So just if you are living with your family, contribute in that. Also do your household chores. If you're living alone, just manage all the things, so that plan it a day before, so that your work from home or your studies also do not hamper, and you can do all these things also. So prioritize your work and make a routine about those things. So in the first line, as you see, it is maintaining a focus is very important, because nowadays, if you see, if you go to Instagram, it will take you 1 hour logging out, because right now every actor is on TikTok doing funny videos. So if you start a one video, it will take like go on and go on and go on. So it takes a lot of time and it's waste. It's a waste of time. Do not do it much. For a short, you can also laugh with that. It's nothing harmful in that. It's too long. And make sure, if you're working and if you have staffs and colleagues, and to ensure high productivity, make sure that your team operates on a manageable and specific work schedule. So giving you an example, me and my husband, we do schedule our team meetings with our office bosses and our colleagues or our staffs. What we do is make sure that our meetings now collide on the same time. So he is doing his meeting right now in some other room, and I'm doing this here in this other room, so that when I'm free, he's also free, so that we can have our own family time. So do like this, so that your family also not feel neglected. Oh, he's working from home, she is working from home, but whole day she is sticking on the laptop and doing, what is this sort of working from home? So don't do that also. Work from home, make a checklist about it, schedule it, and so that your family also gets along with you and get a proper time to prioritize all your work. Now coming to that, create a workspace that works. When you're working from home, you just need, what you need is a table and a laptop, but make it neat and clean and a little soothing, so that you like to sit on that whole day and work. A clean and neat space makes our day. We all want to make it. So have a workspace and a good chair, so that you can work upon it. So now next is organize things. When we are working from home, or we are working on different projects at once, we tend to lose our focus. So don't do that. Organize things. For example, some things that you can do in this point in time during lockdown, some projects may wait later. You can do that. They are not of much importance, and you can do that after lockdown over. So prioritize your work, list down which is of very important. Like for example, if you're working for I work from I'm environment professional, and I work for the company, so we have to comply with the government norms every month. So we have to do certain things, monitor environment parameters every month. So we do have to do that, right? So uh, we cannot, but some other things like some other projects which are expansion projects or some other projects, they can wait till lockdown. So prioritize like this. Or if to have a to-do list, then you can manage it effectively. So manage your time like this. And how to manage your time, I have a short video which I have taken from YouTube. I guess I don't have a disclaimer here, but just I'll take you through the video. There is a Pareto rule according to see, first let me go through the video. What happened? Okay, so Pareto, Mr. Pareto was there. I think some video, it skipped one video, so I pause it here. So Mr. Pareto was there. He is an Italian economist, and he was studying the economy of England. And while studying that, he found that 80% of the land and the money in England was owned by 20% of the people. So it struck him, okay, what is this? Then he went on to study the economy of other countries, and he saw that it is not only the case with England, but also with the case of some other countries or the history or some other timelines. So in his garden also he found that 80% of the peas came from the 20% of pods, from the pods or the plants. So this is called the Pareto principle, that is 80-20 principle. It says that our 20% of actions gives us 80% of result, while we as a human always think that more actions means more results. But no, this is not the case. If you visualize and if you go through your day and see, then you might observe that 20% of our actions give us 80% of results. Be it in your work culture, or be it your study or family, anything. It applies everywhere. So less gives more. It says, and how it can be applied? It doesn't say to not work more, but it says to focus on those things that gives us more result. So for example, if we talk about 80-20 principle for a business perspective, when we are doing a startup, we all sometimes what we do is focus on those things like making logo or website. I'm not telling that these are not important things, but yes, these can be delegated to some other people also. You can hire freelancers for making logo or websites, and you can actually give all your time, major productive time, to those 20% of things on your product which you are going to offer to your clients, because ultimately your client will be happy only with the product, not with your logo and website. But yes, these are also important, so these comes under 80% and your product comes under 20%. Focus on those 20%. After this, only 20% of clients will give you 80% profit, and 80% of clients will be complaining. So first, stick to those 20% of clients, make them happy, assure, and so that they stick to your business and to your product, and then move on to those 80% of clients who who will give you that 20% of profit. So find that 20% in your area. If you are a businessman, if you are working on office, if you have staffs, or if you are a student, Just apply this 80 to, like if I'm saying 80 to 20 principle, it's not just 80 to 20. It was first discovered, it was 80-20. That's why its theme is 80-20. But the ratio can vary a little, like 75-25, like that. But what it means is half, like more actions doesn't mean more results. Less action but productive actions will lead you to more results, right? So that when you save some time from by applying this principle, you can use that time for other important things, for your family, for your lifestyle, or for reading books, anything you can do with that time, anything, and you will be productive also. Now moving on, to do this you can make list. As I already said, make a list and also prioritize thing according to the 80-20 principle. Apart from that, there will be little things which can be done into gaps, like 10-minute gap, that can be done. Like you have to make a ppt, you can make that ppt in some free time between those major work, you can do that. So do that, right? Now, established working hours. Now that we are at home, we don't have to commute to office, so we are also saving on that commute time. If you are living in metro cities like Bangalore, I used to live in Hyderabad, past 3 years. I used to live in Hyderabad and work for a company there, and but then Hyderabad was very good and traffic was not much, but now it has a lot of traffic. But when I went to Bangalore, I was like, oh my god, this traffic will kill me. So then I moved my base here. So, but doesn't matter, if you are in Bangalore, you have to travel a lot, or in any metro city, you have to, the commute time is so much, so that we now we all are saving that time, commute time, so you can utilize it. But don't use it to again to work. If you're working from home, doesn't mean that the commute time can also be converted to the working time. No, use that time for your family, or upgrading your skills, or pursuing your um, hobbies. And do not use for watching web series or mobiles, anything like that. But yes, do not establish do not disturb rules. Now here, what I mean by this do not disturb rules is that when you're working from home, you have a desk, make it in a room so that other people are not going to disturb you. But that doesn't mean that they are disturbing you. In reality, you are disturbing them, because at this point in time, you should be at your office. You are intruding into their space by being at home. So be very liberal to them and tell them and ask them for a space so that you can work. Be grateful to them that they are providing you this much space at home to work upon, because they never expected you to be at home at this point, at this time, because that space must be they must be using for some other things. Now you are taking their space, you are taking their time, you are intruding into their space, so you must be liberal enough and tell them and ask them and take the permission, please give us a little zone for working from home. So be patient with them, be patient with your family. Now be super productive in the morning. Like what some people do is, just if this is lockdown, we don't have to go to office, so they wake up late, and then again the next day they wake up late in the morning, then in a hustle they will make the breakfast and then eat it and then just report to work. Don't do that. If you're working, act like it. Like wake up early, make breakfast, do the morning routines with your cup of tea, get ready. uh, don't like sit with your pajamas or anything. Get ready and like report to work very nicely. So what, dress up for work. And that, I do not mean that have very formal clothes, but a casual clothes, so that it will give you a feeling of working also. It will make an atmosphere that you are working. So it will not make you, oh, I'm working from home. Don't take it too casually. right? It will also help you to get into your most productive zone and work mode, so that you will be highly productive while also you are working at home. So when you are working, act like it. Now, goals. When you are working from home, you don't have, you might be having goals. So jot down those goals. What are the goals? Prioritize them, as I already said. Then make a timeline when you have to deliver that goal, and deliver it on a right way, that if you're working from home, no one is there to check upon you. Don't think like that. Also do this with your staff and colleagues. Make goal for everybody that in this lockdown you have to achieve this thing, and make them also to deliver this on time. Or you are a student, make your goals that for this competitive exam, if I'm preparing for this competitive exam, I have to finish this chapter in these days. Maybe maybe because before lockdown you might have skipped some chapter. Now is the time to like get a grasp on those. So make your goals, be crystal clear on them, like prioritize them on the basis of importance, and deliver them the right way. Stay connected. Even if you're working from home, organize regular one-on-one meeting with your bosses or staffs or colleagues, and be available on calls. Attend meeting and speak up. Communicate clearly. These are the tips which will help you. Speak with a smile on your face. So what I mean by this is, stay connected. Working from home doesn't mean that no, I don't have to attend calls or my office from my boss, or I don't have to instruct my staffs. No, just be on regular touch with them. Also, show care for them if they are good, their family is good. So these little things go a long way. They remember you. Now, talking about all these working hours, making lists, we shouldn't forget that please relax, refresh, and recharge. Take breaks. Have no-go zones for technology. Like now, when you're working from home after 6 to 7 or 8 hours, uh, apart from that, please do not take your laptops to the living room with your family. Do not ban them. Ban them. Have your mealtime without the phones and laptop, and do not do this before bed. Stick to your routine and set break reminder. When you're working after 1 hour, take a 10-minute break, walk around your home, come back, have a tea, get some fresh air, and then work again. My husband has introduced this thing, power naps. He says that taking a power nap of 5 minutes between work is very productive. It doesn't go well with me actually, but you can do that if it suits you. Try that power nap. In Japan, I think it is compulsory for them to take a power nap. So try it once. If it suits you, you can just have it. So it makes you very productive. Have a good cheer for yourselves and other things, right? Now, the other tip is stay motivated and keep your team motivated, your family motivated. Boost your another confidence in this crisis. It is very important because we all are in this together, and we all should be there for each other. So even if you are seeing that some other person is not morally boosted up, make them, give them a comfort zone so that they remember you as, okay, I have someone to care. So it goes a long way. Now reward yourself. When you complete a task, just reward yourself with some coffee, cold coffee, or any nice thing, whatever you like. Control your social media. I would again say, please be away from all these fake newses and negative social media, all those debate channels where they only shout and nothing productive comes upon. No, don't do all these things. Stick your social media very minimal. Now, third is for those parents who have children, help your children to let you work. Like if you are having some conference call and they are coming and disturbing you, just let them be in. Just instruct them to be, don't be noisy, and let them enjoy the conference call. You can deal with it. Or if you have children, like you have to make them homework. So take out time. This is the time when you can enjoy with them. You will never get this time again in life. Trust me, this is the best time. We humans always see on the negative side of anything, don't see the positive things. But if you see, this is, I can say, blessing in disguise. Even if the corona crisis is going on, you must see on the positive time, that is, you are getting all the time in life to pursue your hobbies or get spend your time with your family. So do that, do not lose out on this opportunity. Again, in your free time, attend webinars, cook, read, plant, learn new finance skills, or learn a new language, or like read that book which is in your library for a long time and you haven't taken it out. So read that. So now I have read this new book by Gaur Gopal Das. So like this, you can read any book, whichever you like, whichever genre you like. So just read it. Now collectively suffer a little. When there is so much going on, distribute your work, help your family. Even if your parents are there, help them. If your husband and wife, help each other. Help your wives in household work. Help your children in making homework. Cook for your family or do the dishes. Have your family time. And most important, call your friends and family, because all are free, so you can talk to them and they will also feel good. Lastly, be grateful. You know, if you have food on meal, 3 time meal a day, if you're getting, and there is a roof on your head, be grateful. You are blessed. Please count your blessings and thank God every day. Because recently you might have seen lot of people were on road, they have nothing to eat and nowhere to go. They were just wondering how to reach their homes. So, you know, feel grateful that you don't have to deal with this time. And now when you have no, don't take it for granted, don't take your life granted. And now when you know that you are blessed, so then help others. Look around for people in your society or other, or in your locality, and if you feel that they need any sort of help, please help them. They will remember you like anything for a long. And you know, this will take you, this will also make you satisfied, this, yes, you have done something very good in your life. So please be grateful and help others. And with this, I end my session here. Thank you so much for listening me very patiently. And now coming to the discussion part, any of you might would want to anything specific to this webinar, your ideas which can help all of us in any way, so you can just add your ideas here. So it is open for discussion. Thank you so much. Anyone would like to say something? I guess nothing.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I have one question regarding this. Um,
Yeah, sure.
Probably you have already told in your presentation that during COVID-19, we should not stress on other things, that what will happen to earth or what will happen in the market. But I just wanted to know that when we are working from home, we
Yeah.
have some different kind of pressure we are looking from our organization. You have to
Yeah.
meet the day-to-day targets and all. So this is something which is very frustrating because your organization does not understand this, that this COVID-19 situation is going on. You have to stay at home. You have to uh, go through all the precautions, taking all the things. But these organization people, they don't understand. even in their ethics and in their CSR activities, they mention that stay at home, आप इस पे रहिए, आप यहाँ रहिए, आप यहाँ वहाँ मत जाइए, आप दान पुण्य करिए. But when it comes to the work, they don't compromise on it. So how to deal with that kind of stress? Sorry, my question is long, but I hope you're getting what I'm asking.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking the question. It is very good question, and it is many of us deal with this. But these sort of pressure come and go. You cannot avoid it. The organization, what the organization wants, they are also dealing with it. Understand it with their perspective. They are also making huge losses at this point in time. So it's not only you. Even if their business is not doing well, they have to pay you. They are paying you, right? So I also understand this from their perspective also. So it should be mutual. Meet your goals, do the work, and even if you are facing some problem regarding the work pressure, you can always consult your boss or your head regarding that. That yes, boss, I'll do this work, but give me some more time because I have to deal with other things also. I think they will understand this. And if not, they will not understand this, just stretch a little. But you also need to understand that this is not, you are also only not dealing with this. They are also dealing with this. They as an organization are also facing the crisis at this point in time because they are not doing any business. All the businesses are under shutdown apart from the essential services, or even if essential services, there is no market to sell their products right now. No one is buying it. So you also need to understand from their perspective that they are dealing with this crisis, even though they are paying so much of money to their staffs. So they are doing their part. So yes, they will want ki it's a human perspective, human nature, that they will want, if they are paying, they want the money to be precisely used, and they will make you work. So work, but do not take much stress. And I already said in one of my slides, express them, express your emotions to your bosses that yes, I will do this work, but I will take a little more time. I'm sure they will understand. Just try it once. Hello.
Yeah, Nisha,
I
thank you.
think
Thank you so much for your answer.
I did justice to your question, but try it once. Anyone else? I would also like some of you to share your ideas of dealing in this corona crisis. So I think no one wants to say anything.
I think there is one question in feedback form. I must check it.
Okay.
There's one question in chat.
One second, I'll just go through it. How students can manage stress of making so much assignments with a deadline? Yeah, Gaurav. Hi, Gaurav. Uh, he's there. Yeah. Hi, Gaurav. I have been in your place with so much of assignments to deal with, late night assignments. But yes, you this is the time you can just don't take too much stress for these assignments. Just take help of your friends or your teachers, or whatever, if you are feeling you know like if you need any help about the assignments, you can just go through Google. There are a lot of sites like Scribd or Quora. You can hop on any one of them and take help. Apart from that, you can take help from your friends or your family. And do not stress too much. Taking stress doesn't take you anywhere. It only takes your time and nothing else. It only takes a toll on your health and mind, nothing else. And this is my experience. Even before we, in engineering college, you might have heard we used to make assignments one day before, but that was also wrong. Obviously, don't do that. Just stick to make all your assignments, whatever you have to make. Just make a checklist of them. Do it one by one. Do not multitask. Multitask is a very bad thing in my way. You cannot multitask in between studies, like one other thing. Do not do that. Make a checklist of all your assignments of all your subjects. Deal it one by one. First of all, complete one thing, move on to other, and do not take stress. I will stress on this word, that do not take stress. And apart from that, if you have anything, you can reach out to me on my mail ID also. If you have anything related to, I don't know what subject you belong to, but if you want help with any of the sites or anything, I can help you on that. So reach out to me if you need any sort of help. Thank you. I hope I'm justifiable to your question. I think Gaurav, you want to say something, but we are not able to hear you. You can just type also. Okay, welcome Gaurav. Thank you so much for the question. So anybody else would want to ask something or share any idea? Yeah, can you share your mail? Yeah, I'll share with you my mail ID. So I'll just type in here. You can just mail me on this email ID. So I'll be, if I'm of any help, I'll definitely would help you. So I think we should call it a day, as nobody else is asking any question or sharing any ideas. Okay, then thank you so much everyone for listening me patiently. And I think we should leave now. Thank you so much.